Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to the channel and welcome to our coffee times. Today I am bringing you something new on my channel. It is one of those new videos that I want to bring you once a month for 2021, one of my new goals, resolutions, and that is to start making a vlog slash spoiler-free book review of one new release per month. So every month I will choose a book that is being released that month and I will read it, document it, and let you guys know what I thought about the book.
It's coffee time!
This way I hope to help you guys to figure out which new releases you might be interested in. There might be a month that maybe I do this with 2 books, but I am aiming first just 1 book a month. And you know, I am also someone that I am obsessed with all new releases, but sometimes not all of them are for us really, and sometimes it's nice to see people that have already read those new releases and, you know, hear their thoughts on the books, spoiler free of course, and then decide if you do want to purchase that book or not. So I'm gonna focus on these videos to make them short and to give you just a glance of what can you expect from this book. My aim here is just to bring you information when it comes to how are the characters, how is the pace of the book, how is the story, how is the writing, is it consistent, just to bring you all of those things so that you can then make up your mind if this book might be something for you or not. So I want to keep them quick and simple, and you know, I hope that these videos are gonna help you guys to find new releases that you are actually excited about, because the things that maybe I mentioned about the book are things that you are interested in. So for the month of January, I was considering of picking the next book on the Wayward Children series by Shannon McGuire, but I didn't think that was a book that was really interesting for this experiment, because most people already know about it and most people already have read a couple of their books, and there was another book that was calling my name and I decided to pick it up, and that is Bloodline by Jess, Lourey. This is loosely based on a true story, and all I know about this book is that we follow a woman that is pregnant and is moving to her fiance's hometown to spend there some time. And when she gets to this hometown, she starts to have the feeling that something's off, that somebody's watching her or following her. And on top of that, she discovers that I think it was a child that disappeared in that town some time ago. And I was like, this sounds like intriguing, interesting. I want to read that book. So I picked it up. It just came on the mail. It was officially released on the 1st, but I didn't get this one until the 5th. So, you know, that's what happens when you do pre-orders over here in Germany. Sometimes they don't come on time, but nevertheless, I wanted to read the book and give you my thoughts on it. When I got the book, the first thing that I looked for was the back, and I was like, pretend everything is normal. And I was like, 2020, pretend everything is normal. I mean, I think this is what we all were trying to do in 2020, to just survive and make it to 2021. It is a 300 pages book, more or less, so I'm hoping to be able to binge it in the next couple of days and upload this as soon as possible for you guys. Like I said, this is going to be a combination of vlog plus book spoiler-free review, so I really hope that you enjoyed these new videos that I'm bringing, this new content to the channel. So yeah, let's go ahead and start the book. I know you guys have missed this face, so here it is for you guys to kickstart the vlog. I love you so much. Alright you guys, so here we are in the spot that you know from my vlogs, where I tend to do a lot of my reading, and I hope the light is okay because it is currently late. I finished work and I had to record a video, and that's why I look like this. Normally I don't put makeup on to be home, especially not since 2020. I have been living my crustiest life in 2020, and that is okay. So yeah, I'm really excited to start our vlog and book review of Bloodline by Jess Lourey. And this is a book that I am extremely excited about because I do like the premise. I am a sucker for stories that are based on true events, even if it's just loosely inspired, but I don't know what they have. When I see inspired by true events, I'm like, I buy that, I want that. And I do enjoy a good thriller. This is, I think, thriller combined with horror, and sometimes, thrillers are a hit or a miss, so I'm kind of scared in that regard. But yeah, we will see, we'll find out together. So we're just gonna sit down, we're gonna start reading the first pages so I can give you my first impressions on the book and what I think about it. So let's get to reading. Alright, so right off the bat, what I really like is before the story really takes off, we have an author's note, which is going to explain us the real story, the events that inspired this book. So I love that because most people are not going to be familiar with the story. Like, I don't know which story this was inspired by, so I love it that they give us just a quick, like, 2 pages kind of author's note so that we know what actually inspired the book. So yeah, and it's supposed to be a story about the 1940s, so I'm like, yes please. Anyways, enough talking, let's get to reading. I'm here to talk to you about my first impressions on Bloodline. So I have read the first 3 chapters and so far so good. We are following a woman that is a reporter and she's currently pregnant. So she decides that she wants to leave the dangerous city life that she's always known and move to her fiance's hometown, which is really quiet in the countryside. So he comes from a place called Lilydale, and it is like this picture perfect place where everybody's friendly, where everybody has each other's back. It's kind of one of those towns, like the perfect housewife scenario where things are probably too good to be true. So when they get there, she gets to meet the in-laws that she had never met before, and they're very welcoming, very warm. Everything looks just too perfect, and they have kept the house where her fiance grew up for them when they moved. They never sold the house, so they're able to move in there directly. Like, everything sounds too good, too convenient. All of the neighbors come by to say hello, and from the get-go you have the feeling that our main character Joannie is a little bit like fish out of water. She feels a little bit awkward with the whole situation, but in her mind she still believes that was her best choice in order to bring up her kid in the most perfect, kind of scenario in which all of the dangers from the big city are taken away. Also, I like that when they're driving to this place called Lilydale, the sign that they cross once they enter this town, it says Lilydale, come home forever. So what does it mean? Where are we getting with that? So far really enjoying it. I'm gonna keep reading today and probably give you my next thoughts tomorrow. Hopefully I will be able to read a bigger chunk. I was only able to read 3 chapters now before I have to get to other things, but we will keep discussing the book tomorrow. I'm currently on page 86 of the book, and I have to say it's a very easy read. Like, I'm finding myself engaged with the story. Plus, I really enjoy the writing, so I'm definitely gonna be checking out the other book by the author. And I really like this because we are actually now understanding that there are 3 different timelines in this. We are getting to know Joanne's past, which are going to explain some of the things that she feels, some of her beliefs, and it's going to show the hardship that she had to go through when she was younger. And there is also a couple of flashbacks to a possible future, or what I think it's going to be the ending of the book, or related to the future, similar to what we saw in I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. And I'm really enjoying that vibe. If you guys follow my channel, you know that I loved I'm Thinking of Ending Things. So now we are really immersed on this small town and the small town life. We're getting to know more characters that live in this town, and it's starting to get really creepy. Like, everybody knows what she does, what she's doing. Everybody seems to always know where she is and reporting on her, and she's starting to get really paranoid about the situation. We also have to remember that this small town is very kind of old school. They're very religious. They have certain beliefs, like you should not be pregnant if you're not married first, like things like that. And the people in this town are starting to get really, really creepy. Like, I'm loving that super creepy, weird vibe that I'm getting from the people in this town. And if I would be this woman, I would run for my life at this point because something is obviously not kosher in this place. And a lot of the characters are, you know, showing up all of a sudden. They are giving her kind of advice, kind of like they're trying to tell her how to think, what to do, how to live her life, trying to make decisions for her in a way. And this kind of manipulation, it's like giving me also, again, creepy vibes. I absolutely love it. So I'm really invested with the story. Everything I'm going to be mentioning, it's kind of like superficial. I'm not gonna spoil anything about the book, but so that you guys get a more in-depth glimpse on what to expect from the story. Good morning, everybody. Today it is Sunday. So yesterday I was not too productive, but I did read all the pages that I had to read from Bloodline, because I am planning to finish it this weekend, so I don't have to make you guys wait too long to see if you would like to be interested in this book or not. So we're currently in page 204. I have only 40% of the book left, and that has to go down today. But I also have to finish The Bank by Bentley Little, and I also have 40% on that one. So today is gonna be a productive day. I already had my full pot of coffee, as you can probably tell, because I am awake. And yeah, so I'm here to bring you some of my last thoughts on the book. Now it's getting tricky to give you a spoiler-free review because obviously we are getting further into the story. Some things are starting to be revealed, and there is not too much that I can tell you without spoiling it. However, there is a couple of things that I have not mentioned before about the book that I think are worth mentioning. So I love the structure of this book because it has short chapters. I am somebody that prefers short to long chapters. I feel like it keeps the story a lot more dynamic for me and makes it less dragging or, you know, borderline boring. And I love that in those chapters sometimes you have the past, sometimes you have the present, and sometimes you have what we think it's the future. And they are also edited in a different way so that it's easy for you to recognize in which timeline you are. I also really enjoy that this is all told from the point of view of Joanne, so we are really just getting to know the story through her thoughts. And the main character here is a character that is very interesting because it's going to make you feel differently about her. Like, there is two things that I feel about this main character. On the one side, I feel like she's a very frustrating character because of the decisions that she makes. She's supposed to be an adult, but she's letting people tell her what to do, what to think, and she is not even blinking. She's just accepting what people are telling her, and that can be very frustrating because it makes you feel like your main character has dropped her personality, you know, like she has zero personality at some point because she's just doing what she's being told to do. But on the other side, the more you get to know her childhood, her upbringing, you kind of understand some of the things that she's doing, and she's just accepting, and you kind of feel for her, and you kind of sympathize with her. So it's kind of like a mixed feeling that I have about the main character, but that just makes her really human because we are all flawed. And I love when, you know, characters are a little bit more, you know, they put me in a position where I don't know if I really love them or if I'm disappointed by them, because it just makes them real. Where Lilith has joined the party. Yeah, I know. You want to say hi? Oh, yeah? I know. Just say hi. Yeah? No? Not in the mood? I love you. Anyways, at this point of the book, there are some twists that you kind of see coming because there are some hints to them, but I'm really enjoying them. And there are things that are being explored in this book which are tropes or things in books that I really enjoy. I don't want to tell you what it is because I think it will kind of spoil a little bit the main story, but so far I'm really enjoying it. So I'm really happy that the first pick that I made for my January new release for the new year, for this new segment on my channel, is a book that I'm actually really enjoying. So I don't have to roast it because, you know guys, I'm gonna be honest, so if I pick a book and I don't like it at all, you're gonna know, you're gonna notice. I cannot hide my feelings, I can't, that's what it is. So I think for the rest of the day, I do have to record a couple of videos for my other channel, but I'm gonna try to spend most of the day today reading because I have a lot of reading to catch up to. I have, if I finish these 2 books today, I would have only read 3 books so far this month, which is not much. And I keep adding books to my TBR pile because I forgot about read-alongs or things like that. So there's a lot of reading that has to be done today. So I think for the rest of the day, I'm gonna focus on finishing recording my videos for my movie channel and read a lot today. That is our plan. Good morning and happy Monday, everybody. I thought I would come with my hot coffee and my last thoughts about the book before I start my working day. So yeah, I did finish it last night and I ended up actually really enjoying it. So, you know, it's good that one of the first books I read in 2021 was actually a good read. So to sum it up for you guys, Bloodline, it is a thriller with splashes of horror, and I would like actually to say this book is something kind of comparable to a true crime documentary, if you may. Like, it felt like I was being told the story of this person that had lived through something, that it is kind of like a true crime story. And it's also very similar to Rosemary's Baby, so if you like kind of like the vibes of that, I would recommend you to pick it up. The book has a lot of positives because it is a fast-paced read. I love the short chapters. I really felt like the characters were relatable in the sense that they were flawed, like our main character Joanne, and the rest of the people were just like creepy and weird and unsettling, which is exactly what they were supposed to be. And I felt like the author did such a good job with the character development in this book, and it was just a fun read. You want to keep reading. I read it in like 2-3 days. I could have binged this in 1 day or 2 if I would have had the time, because it was that engaging and fast-paced. And the true crime story is just the disappearance of a boy in the 40s, and then our story takes off in 1968. So even though this story is told from the 60s, the dialogue feels very modern. It's not boring at all. And I really enjoyed it, even though You also see some of the twists coming. You kind of see things being revealed a little early, or you kind of have the feeling, but it's still intriguing. It was still gripping, and definitely one that I would recommend you guys to check out if you were already considering, or if you're looking for a thriller that has kind of splashes of true crime to it. If you love small towns where people are creepy and there seems to be something really weird going on between them, some sort of like pact, some sort of past that is connecting them together. So yeah, I really did enjoy it. I think I'm gonna pick up more things by the author as well. I am considering giving this between 3.5 and a 4 coffee mugs, so definitely a good read for me this year. And yeah, I'm glad that I picked it up. It's so hot, it pierces your soul. That's exactly what I need in the morning, especially in the Monday. So anyways, guys, I am not gonna let you sit there and watch me have sex with my coffee. So I'm just gonna go and start my working day. I hope that you enjoyed this reading vlog and spoiler-free review of the book. I hope that you enjoy this type of content, because I would like to make it once a month. And yeah, I'll just pick the next release for the month of February. If you have any horror release for the month of February that you would absolutely want me to check out, let me know down below. If there's books that you guys want me to check out and review for you, I will try my best to do that. So leave always your recommendations in the comments down below. I hope that you had fun, and if you pick up the book, let me know what you thought of it when you do. And I hope to see you all guys in the next coffee time. Bye!